And welcome back to Let's Play Look Outside. Here we are in the Antoine battle again, because you may have been wondering, we saw Noah previously devour Esther to continue the fight. Is it possible for Esther to do the reverse to Noah and devour him instead to get her own transformation? And the answer is a resounding yes. We are going to do our best to damage Noah over Esther and get that going for the phase of the fight. I just reloaded one of my old saves, so I don't really care about how I accomplish this. I just want to make sure that Noah is the one who takes all the fatal damage here, so we are going to be focusing all of our attacks onto him. Note that all of the insectoid enemies are very vulnerable to striking type damage, take considerably more, so you can do pretty well by equipping your party members with baseball bats, metal bats, and just swinging for the fences with home runs to deal damage to them. And obviously the war rifle, still a very valid way to deal good damage to all these enemies. Let's go for jump attack there, go for another teeth cannon. I loaded back to a point before Joel, actually I'm going to have Dan reload there. Loaded back to a point before Joel learned Teeth Storm, so that option is not on the table, but that's okay because we don't really want to be dealing damage to all these targets anyway. No, you look awfully tired too. It's over. Just me now. Me and you. And yes, we've got Magical Girl Esther. Super Esther, in fact. And, yeah, that's all there really is to say about it. But, of course, we're here already, so why don't we take her down? Let's use our fire bombs. Let's use our explosives, which I purchased. I did actually find out by doing this that the restock to Eugene's inventory, much like the door encounters, is also determined at the start of the day. Eugene was not selling acid flasks in this iteration of the file, so I wasn't able to purchase any of those from him this go-around, which is a little sad. Makes this fight take a bit longer, but as you can see, like I was saying, Antoine, funnily enough, is by far the most difficult of these three to deal with, so you're not really under serious threat from Esther or Noah. They've been taken care of. Now let's get back to the playthrough in progress. Back at it again in the apartment. Since it's not technically a new day yet, I can throw out a TV dinner for the roaches. I've been forgetting to feed them, so we're a little bit behind in the roach quest, but that is a-okay. I'm also just going to take this opportunity to do some crosswords to pass the time. Even though we've already completed the crossword puzzle and gotten our code written down, we can still take advantage of the fact that it allows us to pass the time without sleeping. Going into the next day, we will get yet another text message. There's a message from Liar. Should you read the message? Oh, I can't resist the temptation! The phone is flashing, and there's a message from Liar. Nobody's heard from you in days. Your family has no idea where you are or if you're okay. You're not picking up anyone's calls. I'm coming to your apartment. I know I violated your trust, and we haven't spoken in a month, but I still care deeply. I'm sorry for what I did. Something has happened to you. I need to know. I love you, Leigh. Huh. This phone belongs to Leigh. And if you get that text message and read it, so you've been reading my phone, huh? I didn't think you were so underhanded, Sam. I threw it away. I don't need it anymore. That's the life I used to live. I'm someone else now. The person I've always wanted to be. Liar is looking for you. Liar? You mean... Should have taken the hint a month ago. I'm not interested. I'm not Leigh anymore. I'm the Beast. What do you think of the Beast? Maybe I should tell him it's over for good. Yeah, let's do that. Let's head to my apartment and tell him to leave me alone. Let's go, Sam. Thus, we have begun Leigh's character-specific side quest. You can grab the cell phone without having Leigh in your party, but the final message from Liar only appears if you have recruited Leigh. So, if you ran from the Grinning Beast at the start of the game, the cell phone is basically just a dummy item. There is nothing that you can do with it. We'll take care of Leigh's character quest to start things out. I'm going to make a quick save real quick, and then I'm going to scout out the door encounters for the day just to see if there's anything I really want to stick around in the apartment for. If there isn't, we won't really bother to return here. We're going to be mixing up our party a little bit for going forward. As a matter of fact, I want to make sure that Lyle and Dan are fully unequipped once I actually do start shifting my party around. First, let's make our save. I confirmed that the gun trader shows up at 1900 hours, and I'm probably going to come back for him, not to buy anything, but just to kill him for his equipment. We will continue to water our plant. We, of course, want to recruit the Shadow, and Juicebox has shown up, so we'll also be getting him... getting his side quest advanced as well. Note that beyond the rose, there's still something we need from the Shadow. We do want him to be occupying the apartment. With the Shadow in the apartment, we are now able to get a new ending, provided we get the remaining cursed offerings. And the one that... Sharon was inadvertently blocking. That one is the only one with a time limit on it. The rest of them, we can get them whenever. Never mind. Anyways, we've already seen all of the interesting dialogue with Juicebox, but what the heck, I may as well advance his quest. He nods at you. Yo, seems like a yo. Shake his hand. Sam gets another. This is even worse. Sweet! Yes, this was even worse than Sharon's handshake. You didn't think that was possible. The apocalypse is truly opening new horizons for you. I love that. I can't believe. I wonder if you get it the other way around. You now notice he's left a lot of greenish stains all over the floor. I wonder if there's the other way around. If anybody knows that, let me know what the dialogue is for that. Anyways, we've got the Shadow in the corner there. Let's just talk to him real quick, get a beer for our efforts. The roaches should be in our bathroom. They are indeed. Roaches now has a character quest associated with them as well. Fortunately, we do not need to do anything to advance this beyond recruiting them. As the days advance, new scenes will happen with roaches. I'm gonna get my party ready, and then we are going to press outward. Having a quick meal here, you remind me of a guy. Yes, I'm a regular guy. Who the heck am I thinking of? Come on, give me a hand here. Joe Smith. I remind you of regular man Joe Smith. Come on, who the heck am I thinking of? It's on the tip of my tongue. Sam. I remind you of Sam. That's it, you remind me of Sam. Spit an image of the guy. Oh, Ernest, you card. Anyways, starting things out, we're going to bring Leigh and Fievel out into the exploration with us. Fievel, we definitely want to be getting some level ups for, because that will pay off dividends. Leigh is just a temporary addition. We're just mainly going to focus on completing her character quest, but we'll also take her along to a other area that we need to check out, and it would probably do well to have a strong character. But that's not the only thing we have to take care of. As you can see, Louis' parts are not doing so great here. We're just going to put this guy out of his misery. And by that, I mean we are going to absolutely just assault him with DOT effects, and then Joel will finish him off with a good old devouring. Let me see here. Do a quick deep cut, and the rest of my party can probably just guard. Deep cut is also relatively weak, so that's another way. Oh! The sewage blade is damaged. I'm actually going to unequip that from Sam. Hey, Fievel is already level 2 with Copy Dad. Now, what was I gonna say here? Right. We defeated Louis' feet there, and when you defeat Louis' body parts for the third time, each one drops a unique piece of dragon equipment. The dragon equipment gives major boosts to your attack, defense, and bullet defense stats, but tanks your agility, and one thing it does not say is that it also reduces your stamina. I don't know why, but the TV just sounds extra weird right now. Probably nothing. So you can make a pretty strong character if you load them up with the dragon equipment, but it also has some pretty pronounced drawbacks for doing so. Anyways, we've got Louis' tail over here. So we will just do much the same here, and I'm going to be utilizing the same strategy for all these, so each time I get into an encounter, I will just skip to the part where Joel devours them. Of course, in this specific encounter, we've already reached that point. There we go. Louis' tail has been devoured. We get the dragon tail for our efforts. The remaining pieces of Louis' body, there are 4 altogether, are located back in his apartment. Hopefully his roommates are going to find out what we did to him. Took a little bit for Joel to finally get a connecting bite there, but we defeated Louis' body and have gotten the dragon body. The final piece is, of course, Louis' head. And there we go, head devoured. Honestly, it's kind of disappointing there's no way to peacefully resolve the whole Louis situation. Kind of makes me sad. Sam is still unwilling to go back into Pierre's room, but maybe we'll just have a chance to get that corrected. Charlie, his situation is getting a little bit worse. Oh, boy. Is there anything I can do? I don't think there's anything saving me. Look at me. There's no going back from this. What's happening, man? Thought I was developing some kind of rash, and, but it's more than that. These bugs, they're me. They're my hands. I don't know how to explain it. They all feel like my own fingers. It keeps getting worse. I don't know what to do. Oh, boy. The remaining of his dialogue is the same, but yeah, things are just getting worse and worse for Charlie. We may as well take one of Keely's keys and go through the key maze a little bit. She's probably selling them for a reasonable price at this stage, and we could potentially get some good items from those treasure boxes around, or present boxes. I'm actually going to... Ooh, yeah, she's at 0 at this point. We will take another, and that will be enough. Never mind. $45, a little too rich for me. Once we have access to the, what is it? Blah, 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 blah. The lockpicks. Then we can focus on getting more keys to just use in Keely's maze. So I'm going to take all of the wrapped gifts for right now, because like I was saying earlier, there is a set rotation of items you can get from the wrapped gifts as of the new updates, so it behooves us to just collect all of these and quickly work our way through them. Let's play the lottery real quick and see what wrapped gifts we happen to get here. Open up this one and... get a pack of scented soaps. Nothing too good there. There's a very particular wrapped gift that gives us something really good. An elixir. Well, that's not exactly what I was thinking of, but that's also good in its own way. And another pack of scented soaps. Pretty bad luck there, actually. The thing I was looking for was the cookingware set. That gives you a bunch of cookingware items that can be utilized as armor. Moving on, we're going to next take care of Leigh's character quest. Once you have advanced Leigh's character quest enough, the door to her apartment, well, changes into an actual door. And just past it, I'm guessing, this is what's left of Liar. And unfortunately, he did not manage to maintain any of his sanity. So I'm sure it's going to break Leigh's heart that we are just going to, absolutely blitz this guy with DOT effects, and then have, Joelle eat him. Oh boy. I feel kind of bad for all the people we're doing this to, but we need the HP for Joelle, okay? It's a strategy. As you can see, he has about 570 hit points to start, so he is a pretty durable guy. Oof, there goes the chipped chef's knife there. It was inevitable that that would eventually happen. We'll have Joelle get to work on biting this guy, and then the rest of our party can just guard. Again, we're going to focus on getting as many devours as possible for Joelle. Oh no, I forgot to unequip the sewage blade. Ah, that was a mistake and a half. It also means I have no more DOTs from Sam, so we're gonna have Leigh get in on the DOTs there. I always, I'm so bad about remembering to actually re-equip things after my weapons break. It's a really big problem that I have. Common thing I forget, but that's okay. Anyways, we've weakened the grasshopper up enough that Joelle should be able to, devour him, no problem. Funnily enough, he's actually weak to Pierce, which is uncommon for an insectoid enemy. Anyways, the sewage blade served us pretty well. I honestly did kind of want to use duct tape on it to get it back into a good condition, but sadly, I neglected to actually do that. Let's go into Eugene's apartment real quick, see if he's got any more blades I can purchase. Dagger is not... Oh, wait, he's finally selling the combat knife. There we go. As always, haggle for that. I just want to get that real quick. Another thing that might be worth purchasing is what is this, the sapphire ring? Yeah, that is a pretty good piece of equipment. I'll probably also buy those rifle bullets at some point. Actually, hold on. Do I have enough money to afford over here? We've got 2 herbicide. Yes, as always, haggle for it. As you can see, our haggling is becoming much more effective than it was at the start of the game. Getting those herbicides so I can use them to open up a couple of fungal doors. As you can see, Leigh's apartment has reverted to its usual reality. On the table, we find a letter. I guess you're gone now. I don't know whether I'm writing this letter to you or to myself, but I have to get it out before I'm gone too. I was stupid. What I did to you was the worst mistake of my life. Worse than coming here. I'm sorry. I hurt you badly, and I deserved the silence. I just wish there was a way I could have made it up to you. I bought this ring for you before I ruined everything. I wanted to give it to you, but I blew everything up. Even when I'm gone, I won't forget you. Grasshopper. Why do you have to be so stupid? All I wanted was an apology. That's it. That's what this whole thing was about. Hurt you pretty bad, huh? No! You hurt Leigh, but I'm the beast. I just want him to say he was sorry. Leigh holds the ring and the note in her hand. She crumples it up and winds her arm back to throw them. You have an important decision to make here. You can let Leigh quite literally throw her past away and fully embrace her identity as the Beast. If you do this, the grinning beast gains even greater stats when Leigh transforms, but its confused state lasts for even longer. Not a worthwhile upgrade, in my opinion. Just even having that one turn of being Berserk makes the Beast so much harder to use. But if you encourage her to embrace both her identities, that she can be both Leigh and the Beast, her arm gradually lowers, and she takes a step forward. She's quiet for a moment, playing with the ring in her palm. I'm going to call Mom. Tell her I'm the Beast now, that she should stop looking for me. Let's get out of here, Sam. You found Martin's ring. Martin's ring is not actually a unique accessory for Leigh. Anybody can equip Martin's ring, but when Leigh equips Martin's ring, she is able to immediately act in full control when you use the Beast transformation. As you can see, it also gives some pretty excellent stat boosts, so this is a very, very worthwhile thing to pick up for Leigh. It makes the Grinning Beast actually useful, you know, novel concept. So I picked up those herbicides. What we're going to do with those real quick is we are going to actually open up the entrance to Lyle's back room. Obviously, Tumorhead is waiting for us in here, and I will take him out, but you probably noticed when we first came here, if you were astute and remembered, Lyle's Mazes and Wizards game was actually missing from the main room, from his living room. That is because it's been moved into here, and there is a very particular reason for why that is the case. I'm just going to use throwing items on this guy. Ditto for Fievel here. Let's just use shurikens here. May as well make use of those while we have them, right? Thank you, Antoine, for the resources there. And there we go. Fievel uses the shuriken. Going to keep Fievel in the party for a while, because he does get a notable benefit from gaining enough experience. Use Teeth Cannon here, use Deep Cut, and also use Deep Cut. Okay, we were actually able to hit him with the Fire Axe. That's the nice thing about the Fire Axe, is that it's a range 2 weapon, so it can actually hit enemies at a distance. Tumorhead takes a weirdly long amount of time to actually close the distance with you. So yeah, Lyle's Mazes and Wizards game is here. Now, like before, you can just sell it. It is still a treasure item, but it actually has a function outside of that. Once we return to the apartment, we should show it to Lyle and maybe field a certain idea by him. And hey, there's a strange circular pattern on the wall. You can see a small hole at its center. Well, just trying ideas here. Try to put the basement key in there. Doesn't fit in the hole. Not overly surprising, I suppose. Alright, next order of business that we want to take care of. I'd like to begin Audrey's recruitment quest, since it would really benefit us to get those energy drinks from her. Plus, that means I can also kill any boss monster that we could come across that actually gives something for her. So let's go for the advice cans here, and I'm going to cut ahead to a specific part in the side quest. I decided to ask her a new question here, get her opinion on the people who live here, or at the very least directions to them. Frederick the Painter lives nearby. To get to him, take the first left, then the second right. His door should be to the left. Okay, so she only really knows that Frederick is here. I wonder if before you recruit Ernest, if she mentions his presence here. Alright, I forgot to open Ernest's secret liquor stash over here, so let me grab that real quick. Is it still here? Yeah, there it is, okay. Silly me saying that Ernest had a liquor stash when it was actually a stash of cheese. Anyways, getting the note that we need to talk to Mutt here. Taking an opportunity to sell some of my junk here for no particular reason. You know, I just kind of feel like it, so let's get rid of all those silver dust. Let's go in, take a look at our treasure items, make sure that we don't accidentally sell the mazes and wizards board, because again, there is something we can do with that now, but we got all that valuable stuff from Antoine's apartment, plus the stuff that we raided from Mr. Henderson's apartment, so we may as well just liquidate all that, get rid of these ammo belts, because I'm never going to use a Gatling gun, and finally, let's pick up the key from Mutt real quick. So, Mutt, give me that key. Ah, you'd like a vending machine key? Sure, let's make this a special offer. It's yours for $187. $187 Yes, you do not just get the vending machine key for free on Curse Mode. You must purchase it. No deputization for you. And it is considered a special offer item. So any item that you've previously purchased from Mutt on the special offers counter will increase the price of this key. Its base price is $150. Still pretty expensive. That is the big reason why I put off recruiting Audrey up until this point, because it is a pretty significant investment to get her. So with that taken care of, let's go recruit her properly real quick. I was actually slightly inefficient in the order I asked Audrey about the questions, so I actually just barely have enough nickels and dimes to get all the advice cans I need from her in order to actually recruit her. I'm good at this game, in case you didn't notice. Alright, let's get the final advice can and ask her if she needs a place to stay. And there we go. We have Audrey in our party now, as a proper roommate. With that taken care of, we're eventually going to take Audrey out for a spin, like we do all our newly recruited party members in this playthrough. Well, except for Roaches, but yeah, you know, Roaches will have his chance for screen time. But for right now, what we're going to do is we are going to make our way back to the basement, and actually, real quick, let me swing by Jasper. I want to talk to Jasper real quick and just tell him that I heard he was the one to find it. No. Although I have indeed seen it through a telescope. I was not the first. This honor goes to our founder. I merely confirmed her findings from the coordinates she provided. I thankfully only caught a small glimpse. She was not so lucky. Her form warped and her sanity declined, but she still managed to bring us together in the name of science, in the name of the visitor. She is unable to lead us now. We carry forward with her will in her memory. I can only hope that if we succeed, a small part of her will feel relief. Please do not ask further about this. It was quite a painful memory. Okay, I think we just needed to get that dialogue real quick to get the follow-up dialogue from Beryl. I swung by to grab some soup from Musette real quick while we were in the area. Now let's talk to Beryl. Well, hey there, any luck? We just have more questions. Let me see, tell me about the astronomers. And now, let me see here, tell me about your founder. Sybil spent months observing the visitor, trying to establish communications as it came closer and closer. Unfortunately, she observed it through telescope. Her attempts at communication ruined her, and in the end, she had nothing to show for it. She grew less sane and human by the day. What we're doing now is based on some of her final notes. Probably won't work, but what else can we lose? It's the end of the world. Hey, Sybil. That's my neighbor. Your neighbor? That doesn't make any sense. Sybil is gone. She lived in apartment 12 on the first floor. Maybe you're talking about another Sybil. I knew her a little, but she was already afflicted when I first spoke to her. She left quite an impression on me, but only Jasper really knew her, out of all of us. She was the first of us, perhaps even among all humankind, to ever lay eyes on the visitor. Unfortunately, she paid dearly for it. Jasper said she observed the visitor for months, and it had devastating effects on her. There's nothing left of her but this awful sludge everywhere. Well, once we get that dialogue with Beryl, we are able to get further information from Jasper about Sybil. Moving on, or back into the parking garage, we're going to swing by the hole that Sharon previously occupied. And you know what? This guy's going to get on my nerves, so we are just going to set him up to be eaten by Joelle. Just hit him with every DOT effect we have under the sun. You deserve this. You were asking for this. You were causing me nothing but headaches. So yeah, we are going to swing back to the hole Sharon previously occupied. Enough time, or just barely enough time, has passed that we should be able to enter the hole now. Can we get the Devour from Joelle there? Okay, this turn, it should be a Devour. He did like 40 damage there. This should be enough to get proc the second damage roll, and yes, indeed. 80 damage and another enemy devoured. Another level up for Fievel also. Very nice. He is developing relatively quickly. Fairly quickly, even. Whoa! Let that guy finish up. I don't feel like fighting the car right now. Now, something else that I forgot to mention while we were moving here, because I just wanted to get Sharon's quest resolved. Let's look into this hole here, and you can see a strange key glinting in this hole, if you reach out for it. Ow! Something bit you. Squint and see some strange creature deeper into the hole, cowering from the light. Perhaps if there was a way to dim the parking garage even further, perhaps we could see what creature actually occupies that little hole there. You do take a bit of damage from investigating that hole, by the way. Anyways, speaking of taking a bit of damage, there's a big hole here. Should you jump down? Absolutely. Are you sure? Can't see the bottom. Previously, Sharon occupied here to break our fall. Sharon is no longer around. They have moved on. Oh my god, that actually just outright killed Fievel. I didn't realize that was flat damage. Oof, that's brutal. Poor kid, poor kid. We'll use up some of our healing items here. Give Fievel another bit of bandages, and let me see here. I'll use a tonic on Leigh. Joel, fortunately, has his Crimson Ring, so he is just going to regain all of his fake blood back. He's good, he's fine. Don't worry about him. The lad is doing okay. Wonderfully, in fact. Amazingly. Heading down this way, there are going to be several enemies that we can encounter in this hole. Starting with this guy right here, this is the Angler. And as is usual, we're just going to set him up with every DOT effect under the sun and watch him bleed out very slowly but surely. Fortunately, one nice thing about going about fights this way is that it makes it so much easier to just mitigate incoming damage because we're having the rest of our party guard here, not taking terrible damage from everything we come across at all. There we go, all the bleeding is set up. Joel should be able to devour this guy in a matter of a couple turns. It is a bit unfortunate that we're not using Dan anymore because we don't have that source of healing. Fievel has pretty low HP, so he could actually be pretty effective for keeping the baby topped off here. Okay, just keep on guarding. Angler attacks once more, bite on down, and the Angler is devoured. There we go. Do I have any more flat healing items that I can use on Fievel? Fievel is a little bit of a bad thing to bring along to this counter, or this area. I do not. We're just gonna have to burn through our tonics. Eventually, we'll get a lot more of those. The Angler is not a boss or anything. He is just an enemy that occupies this area. Continuing on over here, speaking of enemies that occupy this area, we've got a big old bat right here. So let's get to the painful stabbing here. Let's get to the teething third Joel, the deep cuts, the... actually, Fievel is out of stamina here. He's probably not gonna be able to do too much in the coming encounters. The bat gazes ever so... Ooh, that's unfortunate. That means I'm not going to be able to utilize deep cut on this, or painful stab on this guy. Let's go for a blood clot bomb, then go for a bite, another deep cut, and then guard with Fievel here real quick. There we go. Nice! Blood clot bomb is actually going to be completely unnecessary there, because that just hit him with a maxed out stack of bleeding. He decides to make himself known, and we will just have Sam guard. Leigh can help with beating this guy down. Let's just go for normal attacks here. Fievel also just keep on guarding. The bat's not too much of a threatening enemy. We should be able to defeat him with relatively little difficulty. Let's see here. Not sure how much HP he has, so we will just stick with having Joel bite this guy until eventually he dies. Remember that if he ever ticks for... Oof, man. Multiple jaws are brutal there. Let's see. Bleeding reduced slightly. Let's keep going for the bites there. If Fievel gets taken out, I can just use a first aid kit on him to bring him back. There we go. Bat is slain. Heading up top here, if we make our way all the way up here, we will find ourselves a staircase. And going up here, we can pop this door open and now make our way back into this area, easily getting back into the hole now that we have that staircase available to us. At this point, there's no longer any time pressure to keep exploring this area. We could just leave here right now, but I am going to keep pressing onwards, even if it is a bad idea. Here, Fievel, have a beer real quick, a brewski. Get the child started on at an early age so that he's prepared for getting into binge drinking later in life. Here we've got yet another enemy to just absolutely stack DOTs on. Let's go for the teething on Joel there. and then we'll just have Fievel guard, since he's not really going to be able to stack too many more DOTs. Fortunately, this guy, Salamander, as you can see, he has considerably less health than the other enemies that we've been taking out at this point. There we go, got him within 1 round of combat. Actually, Joel didn't even get any HP from that. That's going to become a more common occurrence. As we've gotten Joel so many devours, he has less ability to actually gain HP from devouring new enemies, and we've got our next shade enemy here, the Moaning Shade. Let's get biting armor set up on Joel here. Let's once again go for all the deep cuts here. Once again, I'm just setting up as many DOTs as possible. Unfortunately, I was not able to get any fire items into my inventory at this point. Fievel is looking like he might die here. We'll see if we can't get Joel to finish this guy off with counter. Oof, that's unfortunate. All that damage there. Let's get Leigh into a position where she can deal more damage and actually show off for her new control over the Grinning Beast. The Grinning Beast is actually quite nice once you're able to directly control it. Leigh is now able to do slashing damage with her claws, if she is not stunned, of course. That's a disaster. Everybody is paralyzed. Luckily, biting armor is doing pretty good at drawing hits here. Fievel is down for the count, but that's okay. We can just, oh my goodness, everybody is paralyzed. This is horrible. Let's get the painful stab on him. Hopefully we don't miss this time. Come on, get the painful stab there. He's racked with pain. Okay. Oh man, we actually got still quite a bit to go. We're probably going to see a couple of deaths here, and a couple of first aid kits used up. Yeah, both Sam and Fievel are down for the count, but that's okay. We should be able to weather the storm in this fight. At this point, I think I'll just have Leigh hold off on trying to do more damage. Note her monster skills here. We don't have her best skill yet, Rampage, but it makes her very good against insectoid enemies like Antoine, if you have it. She's still got a little bit more leveling to go. We will just have her do some tanking at this point. There we go. Moaning Shade devoured, some HP gain for Joel, and another black ooze acquired. Let's get Sam and Fievel back into the fray here. Oh boy, that was rough, that was rough. Beyond the Moaning Shade, a painting wrapped in brown paper. Oh, let's take it. We should take a look at that. Previously, we had gotten a photo of a baby. What is this painting? Painting of an old man, wrapped in paper. That is our second cursed offering, and like I said before, this is the only one that has a time crunch on it. So, once we've gotten it, that is the last time we actually need to worry about, being go, go, go all the time. And in fact, I'm going to use most of the rest of this video to wrap up some loose ends that we haven't really been able to take care of, just because I've been having to move so quickly. Let me look at my watch real quick. 12:55, we're still doing pretty good on time. One thing I've noticed while I'm walking back is a very annoying thing about the shade-type enemies with their spawning in, is that they have a tendency to mess up the lighting for the game, resulting in the palette being a lot darker than it's supposed to be. There is an easy fix for this, though. Using a black ooze on myself before I enter the apartment to give ourselves a nice big danger value to make sure we get as much EXP as possible when we return. Fievel gained a level up from doing that, heck yeah. Dan approaches the kid, just playing with Fievel real quick. He brings what looks like trading cards. On the cards are images of fish-like monsters with stats for some kind of game. He spends time showing the kid some cards. The kid puts one card in its mouth, which makes Dan yelp in horror. I like that one. Gonna be bringing Aster along for our next set of things to take care of. Aster comes with the unique equipment Aster's robe, store-bought mysterious wizard costume that comes with a wand and a fake beard, both discarded, and his amulet. Got this lucky charm from a fortune teller once, reduces shadow damage and a chance for instant death. Aster is the only one who is actually resistant to shades due to having this amulet, so that is actually a pretty nice thing for him to have. He also has the ability to wuss out, reducing the enemy's chance to target him, do a strategic huddle to boost everybody's hit rate, crit chance, and panic and confusion resist, plus a chance to clear those statuses, and he can also do a boring lecture to attempt to put the enemy to sleep. Pretty interesting options he has at his disposal, all truth be told. Next up, I was mentioning how if your lighting is screwed up from getting into a shade encounter, there is a very simple fix for it. You can play a video game. We're going to play a little bit of Mad Wheels, since we're going to eventually want to have access to Nitro Boost, so we may as well get that taken care of. As bit by bit. Joelle knows this game. Dan picks the most obnoxious driver who constantly repeats annoying catchphrases and laughs like a hyena every time. Sadly, no Helen this time. Leigh doesn't seem to understand this game. Instead of racing, she spends all her time ambushing the other drivers. At least she had a fun time. Anyways, get all the experience to everybody, and once you shut off the game, voila, your lights are back to normal. I believe this encounter is the Curio Trader. I don't have any money for this guy, but we may as well... Oh no, this is Hobbs again. Hobbs, you can just, yeah, you can buzz off. He walks away dejected. Haven't had much luck with getting help around here. I'll check somewhere else. I do not care for what he does for me. Alright, time to get to more miscellaneous things to deal with. We've been leaving Jean unattended for a while, so we may as well get this side quest taken care of. So let's get in here and start dealing with these things. Fortunately, we have the almighty solution to dealing with this. Now that Joelle has all of his, well, not all of his HP boosting equipment, but he has over 500 HP, we can just get him to full health and teeth storm through nearly every single one of these encounters. For singular encounters, I actually will just take some time to set up DOTs on these guys. Also use teething on Joelle so that he can devour these guys a little bit faster. Unfortunately, Audrey, for the time being, does not really have any good options at her disposal, but I am trying to set myself up with a way that we can actually get some good options for her. It is so satisfying to just be able to resolve difficult encounters like this. Also saves me a ton of money because I don't have to invest in grenades or more blades to use cleave lift, and it's some pretty easy experience. Unfortunate that we can't get Fievel in on this, but I really need Audrey for what I plan to do next. And just one more Teeth Storm, and there we go. All these guys just completely wiped out, and once again, we have saved Jean from her horrible fate. To be honest, it's probably supposed to be Jean, considering that it's in Montreal, but I'm just so committed to calling her Jean at this point, like, well, why even bother? Anyways, studded jacket acquired. Let's immediately get that onto Sam. It's a little bit better than the army uniform. Notice that we also have the army jacket there. I wonder if that was if that's an upgrade for Joelle. Surprisingly, no. We got some really good stuff from killing the sports trader when I had the opportunity. Very nice. We are eventually going to have a more specific equipment set for Joelle, but not something we are going to give to him right now. Moving on over here, we're of course going to talk to Jean real quick and just let her know that everything is okay. She needs some time to process. We'll come back to tomorrow in order to give her her laundry. Really quick, also I grabbed the motorcycle helmet from Jean's apartment, but really quick, we're going to dive into the taxidermist department so I can grab some of his stuff to sell, as well as the money that he just has lying out, because I do need a little bit more money for the next thing I want to check out. So just grabbing everything here, we'll grab this. We're just going to kill this guy outright. You shouldn't mess around with these enemies at this point anyways, truth be told. We will eventually go through here to get the patchwork equipment in order to boost Joelle's HP even further, but for right now, I just want to grab some money for something I'd like to check out in just a moment. This is grotesque. I sincerely hope this is just a Halloween decoration. Audrey is not a fan of this place. While I'm making my way back to another thing I'd like to show off, just showing off here that yes, anyone can equip Martin's ring, and honestly, this is some pretty good boosts for Audrey here, so we're just going to leave the taxidermist by his lonesome now. Back in Stuart's room again. If you talk to him with Audrey in your party... Hang on, who's this? Stuart gestures to Audrey. Whoa! Incredible! Vending machine? I can't talk, huh? That's too bad. Oh, but I have some spare parts you can maybe use. Ask me if you want to trade, huh? And yes, with Audrey in the party, you can trade with Stuart. He has a handful of unique items, and also he functions much like a standard trader, so we can get rid of all our treasure items at him and get a little bit of extra money from him. But the main thing that he sells are upgrade parts for Audrey. The most notable things he sells are the units, the carbonator, the coffee unit, and the cooler unit. These unlock new attacks for Audrey when you equip them to her head slot, and these are the only things that go in there to her head slot, so you're not sacrificing anything by equipping these, save for, of course, the independence or individual skills that each one gives you. My preferred one is the coffee unit, which gives Audrey the burning shot attack. It is a 16 attack power ballistics skill that has fire damage and can inflict burning on the enemy. It is a reliable way to inflict burning on things, so I'm definitely going to want to have access to that. It is a bit unfortunate that I'm a little light on money, because I do actually want to purchase some explosives. I'm actually going to have to search around when we get back to the Landlord dungeon, because that's where we're going next to take care of some loose ends, so let's get over there. Back in the Landlord dungeon once again. Thankfully, we're only going to be here for a relatively brief period. There are some new enemies in the path to Mr. Henderson now, or the Trench Digger. Notably, they have the unique rocket launcher enemy among them. In addition to the commandos, we are just going to go for every strong attack here. We're going to go for jump attack, we're going to go for cleave to try and hit all of them. How did you miss almost everyone? Oh my goodness. Whatever. Sometimes that happens. A little frustrating that Joel just completely missed like that. There we go. We got burning on the rocket launcher. As you can imagine, the rocket launcher just stands back there chuckling to himself before firing off a powerful attack against you. Let me see here. I'm actually going to have Audrey use some of our table knives here, so let's hit that commando with that. Ooh, man, double quick shots. Fortunately, we have some pretty good armor at this point, so we're able to, actually, well, oh my goodness! Joel, how do you keep missing? What is going on here? My lad, my guy, there we go, he's loading the rocket. Hopefully, we can actually kill him before he utilizes that, so let's have everybody go for an attack here. Hopefully hit this guy. There we go. Ugh, that was close. But yes, if you give him the chance, nice! I got an explosive there. It's actually really helpful because I need one of those coming up very shortly. Let's give everybody a little bit of healing here. I'm probably going to walk around to make sure Joel gets enough of his HP back for the upcoming fight that we're about to get into. Actually, taking the opportunity to return to the apartment real quick to kill the gun vendor when he shows up so we can get his combat knife, his trench coat, and his army helmet. It'll be very nice when we're using the war rifle, since those give very good boosts to the ballistic stat, or at the very least, boosts to the ballistic stat in general. So let's let him in, and boy, this guy does not know what's about to come for him. Bring the door open. And I'm sorry, good sir, but you have some stuff that I want, and I'm not looking to pay for it. Hey, you picked the wrong guy, you mook. Oh, I think you could, you have misjudged that worse than anyone has ever misjudged anything in the history of ever. Joel is going to eat you. Good day, sir. And there we go. I got the items back that we got in the first video. With that business taken care of, let's get back into the main room of Mr. Henderson's apartment, and let's go get into an encounter with the Trench Digger. Or is he called the Grave Digger? I can't tell if I'm getting the Mandela effect here, and okay, Trench Digger. I vaguely recall his name also being Grave Digger, and again, I'm not sure if I'm misremembering that. Anyways, as you can see, he now has two allies with him, the Rifle Mole and the Shotgun Mole. We want to immediately get these guys taken care of, so let's just go to town with our cleaves. Let's have Joel use Teeth Storm. We want to get burning set up on the Trench Digger if it's possible. Nice! Beautiful Teeth Storm there. Gotta love when you get a critical. That's what's so nice about Teeth Storm, is that even though it's technically a sort of fixed damage attack, obviously it's base damage determined purely by Joel's HP, it can still get crits every now and again, and it is affected by weaknesses and resistances. So against enemies that are weak to it, it does beautiful damage. I have your security deposit right here. And he's readying the explosive rounds. We will go in for some guarding here. Joel will just have him throw the blood clot bomb to max out his bleeding. I'll probably want to pick up more of those from Tickle when I have the chance. We can pretty easily get a bunch of those by using a high HP character. Here comes some big explosive damage. Oof. Yeah, we don't have much in the way of healing, so I do have to be a little mindful of what we're doing with Aster here. Let me see here. I'll probably have him use a tonic on himself. Let's also have Joel just use Gum Up the Works. Not really because he needs to, but I'm trying to stall so that we can get more DOT damage onto this guy. Get him reset up with Burn there with Espresso Shot, if we possibly can. How much damage does that deal? Okay, he's got about 470 HP. This guy has enough health that it is totally possible for Joel to actually get some HP gained from devouring this guy. So now we'll just go to town on trying to devour him. Audrey is out of stamina, but that is not a big deal. We'll also have the armored patrol car to take out, so we gotta remember that we're set due to take care of that. Ugh. I really need to get some more healing items. We are pretty light on them. Another one for you. Let's get more explosive rounds ready, but he should be ready to be devoured here. So let's just get around to Joel's turn real quick. And there we go. Trench Digger devoured. More HP for Joel. And we get an army helmet, ammo crate, and hey, that is actually the skill I wanted to see on Aster there. We're also going to get the tank guns there, just quickly equip those onto Audrey, get her some more ballistics to work with. But fire safety protocol, beautiful skill. It makes you resistant to fire, acid, and immune to burns. I think you can tell where we can make good use of this. Grabbing the elixir in Mr. Henderson's apartment. As well as the Jupiter Disc. The Jupiter Disc? How could this have possibly gotten here? It's so cool that Aster has dialogue about that. While I'm in the area, I'm also going to make a sapper charge. We have something very particular that we can do with this in the near future. Now that we have Audrey with us, we can take out the cursed armored patrol car, and I'm not going to mess around with this guy at all. We are going to go all in on our strongest stuff. We are just going to throw grenades at him. We are going to use our espresso shot on him. I gave Audrey an energy drink to make sure she had enough stamina to at least use the espresso shot once. Yeah, just keep throwing grenades at him. He is weak to those explosives. That allows us to take him out very, very quickly. We don't want him to spit out any more enemies, because he can spit out things like commandos and bayonets. That is some really nasty damage there. And in one fell swoop, we've gotten all the equipment that we could care about for Audrey. She's got quite good ballistics, although I'm probably not going to be using her too much in this playthrough. I will be bringing her along to all the things that she can get equipment in, though, just for the heck of it. Now that we aren't beholden to any kind of time limit, we can more regularly return to our apartment. Also, Black Ooze does have a chance to kill you when you slurp it down, so be mindful of that. But yeah, we can now more regularly return to the apartment to rest, and that is what I am going to do. I'll also get some levels for Aster there, in addition to Audrey, though doesn't matter too much to me at this point. Honestly, fire safety protocol was the only thing I really cared to get for Aster, but we may as well keep him along. Just for the fun of it. He is a new party member, after all. Going into the next day, we're actually awoken by a knock at the door. I wonder what that could possibly be. Also, you may notice that little guy running around there. Something new with the roaches. Actually, several new things with the roaches. A cockroach holds a dollar bill in its pincer. Seems like it wants you to have it. Are they helping you with rent? It's waiting for you to take it. Well, okay. You got $10 in rent from the cockroaches. Who could be waiting at the door? Ah! What will you do? Who is it? Hello, it's me. We talked the other day. Please open up. I have something for you. Will you open the door? Please don't eat me. Please don't eat me. I know it's really late, but I was trying to sleep and I just remembered where I heard your name. I've been getting your mail. I have a whole pile of it. Here, it's yours. You received the old mail. But, well, I'm here. Are you afraid of me? Yes! Yeah, I've been getting that impression. It's because I looked outside, because of what it did to me. I've been trying really hard to appear friendly despite all of it. I want people to help people smile. I want to think that no matter how much I change, I can still do this. I can still make people smile, even if I don't look remotely human. So, tell me, what am I doing wrong? Why are you so scared? I don't like clowns! What do you mean, you don't like clowns? I'm terrified of them! That's it? You're afraid of clowns? Why? What's wrong with clowns? The face! The smile! The eyes! Okay. I get it. I guess I can't make everyone smile. Some people just hate clowns. I'm sorry, I can't help it. Well, at least I wasn't doing anything wrong. I thought some scary piece of me was sticking out from under the disguise or something. That's a relief. I can never show my true form. It's horrible! Would ruin all my good work in an instant. Nightmares for everybody. I hope you can find someone to make you smile if clowns like me won't do. Sorry for bothering you at this hour. Oh, if you can build the courage to do it, come see me in my room. Maybe I can help you with your fear of clowns. The clown shuffles away. And yes, after a while, Pierre will eventually show up to your apartment. He has a pretty high chance of doing so on any given day, so we actually got pretty unlucky that it took him that long to show up. What do you got for me, Shadow? Seems to have a gift for you. Receive some gasoline. Hey, that's actually very nice. Anyways, let's figure out what's going on with the roaches here. But now that Pierre has showed up, we actually can go back into his apartment, and we'll be doing that next time. But for now, let's see what's going on with the roaches. You are politically incorrect! Dingbat! Hellbozo with the lowest regard! Excuse me? No, you are politically ignorant Dingbat Bozo! You are also a goof-based-off man! Logical fallacy! Straw man! Appeal to emotion! Appeal to authority! Tone policing! Are you arguing with yourselves? No! Yes! No! Yes! What's this about? She is congenitally a bad woman and I am a saint and a genius. False. I am the genius and he is congenitally bad man. As you can see, our differences are irreconcilable. Okay, if you keep this up, I'm kicking both of you out. Sorry. I'm sorrier. No, I am. Looks like there's a bit of political unrest in the world of the roaches. This is the new character quest for roaches, and it begins a day after you formally recruit him to your cause. So keep that in mind. We'll be seeing more and more political discourse between the roaches as time goes on. Anyways, I'll take care of the remainder of my daily business here, and then we'll get on to the next thing we want to check out. I'll also be swapping out Audrey for Fievel for what we do next. Oh, Lyle cautiously took a picture there. I almost missed that. I'll develop this tonight. Oh, that's interesting. Wonder what that could be about. Hey, Monty, how'd your face get all burned up? Didn't feel like going to class, so I burned school down. Got this scar in the process. Pretty badass, huh? I guess. How'd your face become teeth? Baby sister bit me. Nice. Looks killer. Well, bit of an odd friendship there. Anyways, moving on. Continuing with taking care of things that we've just kind of been neglecting for a while, we're going to clear out the overgrown apartment at this point. I'm also not going to bother to have Joelle actually devour anything we come across here, because we've just grown so far past what is actually beneficial to do that for. But we may as well check out some of the new enemies here, like Skitterbrush, who is, well, not that interesting, but, you know, he is there. This is a Cursed Mode exclusive enemy, so you can only fight this guy here. And even though I wasn't actively trying to devour him, I got that anyway. We want to fully explore this place because I do need to get enough danger value to actually save my progress. A couple things that we'll want to check out just in the interest of boosting our danger value, but I didn't really highlight this too much, but yeah, most of the doors now locked in the overgrown apartment. All the enemies here, since it's so late into the playthrough, it's honestly pretty easy to beat them at this point. Joelle's Teeth Storm also does quite well against just subjugating everything here, even if they are relatively... Oh, wow. They are actually incredibly resistant to pierce damage. No wonders I have so much difficulty getting Joelle to eat these guys. If you have any fire damage, obviously it helps out a ton with clearing this place out. We've got our Moss Freak over here. Once again, he's not anything too difficult for us to deal with. We'll just do some hack and slash here. One thing to note about the Azure Greatsword, which is what I have in Aster's hands right now, despite its overwhelming power as a weapon, it is still pretty susceptible to breaking. We can get a Mossy Hammer from the Moss Freak, if we are lucky. Is that a two-handed weapon, or is it one-handed? Two-handed, it seems. Let's take a look at that with Aster real quick. Very strong, but quite fragile. Nice when the game actually warns you about the potential of something just immediately shattering in your hands. Let's go into the bedroom now and check out there. I just wanted to get it on video that I cleared out this place, but this is actually not really what I wanted to check out. Where we actually have a couple things that we're going to do with Solo Sam in a bit. Let me see here. Better go for the cleaves here. Teeth Storm, again, not going to be very effective, unfortunately, but we may as well use it. This is also going to be a very nice amount of experience for Fievel, so much appreciated that we're able to take that opportunity there. I also hooked Fievel up with all of that equipment that we got from the gun trader. He's doing quite well with the trench coat and army helmet at his disposal. Very much appreciated that we have that for him. I guess I can use my, actually no, let's use this last bit of shuriken. I was considering using my grenade there, but probably better to save that for a more dangerous encounter. Unfortunately, everybody is confused, so we're all kind of working against our own interest here. Let's go for a bite here, and let's go for another hack and slash. Should be able to finish this guy off with that. There we go. Good work, Aster. Aster has pretty good stats across the board, and he has most of the benefits that the humanoid characters possess, like Leigh and Papano. Heading down over this way. Let's just make our way down here. We can, of course, grab that car key finally. I mostly wanted to grab the potting soil, truth be told, but we've kind of already gotten everything we could possibly need in regards to that from just getting lucky with random drops here. Should probably use one of my energy drinks on Fievel. When the opportunity presents itself, the grass freak is down, and we've already seen all these enemies, so let me clear them out real quick. Actually got another Devourer for Joelle there. That's all the enemies taken care of there. Aster is level 10 and has learned, actually. Yes, he can, actually the enemies. And convince someone they weren't really affected by Confusion, Rage, Poison, Charm, Paralysis, or Blind. Honestly, one of the funniest ways to clear statuses that I've ever seen. Just convince the person that they weren't actually inflicted with a status. You know what? Whatever works for you, Aster. If you are desperate for blades in the Landlord dungeon, don't forget that you can find an old axe in here. I'm actually very thankful that we're getting so much on the danger track, because that'll allow me to go back and save at the apartment once we need to return there. Let me see here. Go for another Teeth Storm, another hack and slash. Do I have any other attacking items I could use here? Let's go, yeah, let's use this Monty special. Why not? We're not using Zarya and Monty in general, so may as well get use out of the stuff that they create for us. So frustrating that Joelle's Teeth Storm is normally so good, but against these enemies it just struggles to actually do anything meaningful. Oh hey, actually got the Devourer there. Kind of unusual, but whatever, I'll take it. Nothing left in the medicine cabinet. Let's get the Forget About It here. Let's grab the eye drops. And let's make our way over into the next room. I'm wondering if enough time has passed for the next major event here. Marvin, he's going through it pretty rough at this point. Feels so good. He's one with the world, and he's planted his roots. So yeah, Marvin, not exactly doing so great here. Not so hot, but you know what? If this is what he considers his best life, who am I to, judge him for living it, right? We'll just leave him there. Gonna quickly make my way into this room, and I think I'll just ignore the enemies here. I just wanted to make sure I had enough danger to save. I was really hoping Marvin has completed his mutation, but it looks like we've got one more day before that happens. So I'm going to go to the apartment real quick, and we're going to be ending the video soon, but there's just a couple other things I'd like to show that are not Curse Mode specific. Instead, they are new functions of just the general 2.0 update. While we were just returning to the apartment, I got an encounter with, an event with Fievel. Zarya makes a rare appearance to take some dirty dishes to the kitchen. Curious Fievel skitters a little too close as she walks by, and her heel accidentally stomps his tail. Poor Fievel screeches as Zarya trips, dropping all of her dirty dishes. They shatter on the ground beneath her. God, you stupid fucking rat! What the hell are you doing? Zarya gets back to her feet and gives the baby rat a solid boot to the ribs. It yelps in agony and cowers a bit. Zarya! Watch where you're going next time, you little shit. How could you, Zarya? What is wrong with you? God. Anyways, moving on from that, God, Zarya, you better apologize to Fievel. That was ridiculous. Moving on, we're returning to the meaty version of our apartment. Real quick, I want to talk to Spine. Missed the taste of breakfast cereal. I haven't had Sugar Loops in a long time. More Choco Rocks. Remember the Choco Rocks commercial? They had a crocodile mascot. Choco Croc. I gotta chop on my Choco Rocks, he said. He had cool sunglasses and a skateboard. Can you buy yourself some? I can watch you eat it. That would bring me back. Have you given my author more thought? Is this why you're here? Do you want me to remake you? I just want to talk. Why talk if we will soon be the same? Words are superfluous. We have such better things to share. Let's just leave her to dwell on that. Now, you probably noticed right away I am Solo Sam. Remember how I took the effort to get a sapper charge earlier? Well, this way is blocked with rubble. Use the sapper charge? Yes. What are you doing? Is that a bomb? You set a sapper charge. Better run. And indeed, we do not want to get caught in the direction there. But although it is not particularly obvious, you can in fact use a sapper charge in the twisted version of your apartment. Place it at the door, and you'll find that it's open. Hang on. Wait. You're not going there on your own, are you? I'm coming with you. Oh. Sure? Okay. Now lead the way. Yes, Spine, as of the 2.0 update, is a party member. Kind of. Spine will come with you into the meat dimension. Yes, remember that little meat dimension we ended up in earlier? We have formally found our first entrance into it. There are a number of ways you can get into this place. This is the first one you can actually access. And if you have already spared Spine and talked to her enough, if you try to head out into the meat dimension as Solo Sam, she will join you. Unfortunately, Spine is kind of a joke character as of the current state of the game. She does not have any unique skills at her disposal, nor does she have particularly good stats, though she is capable of using any equipment, really. So, I mean, that is an option for her. It is kind of funny to have her use a rifle, I guess. That is something you can have Spine do. Speaking of making sure that we have our best options possible, let's put a combat knife into Sam's hands to make sure that he can deal good damage. Now, the meat dimension is a huge, huge place. Let's go for an aimed shot there. It is almost the entire size of the actual apartment complex. Heading out into here, we can see that there is a stairwell, much like the stairwell in the real world. Tons of unique enemies in the meat dimension as well, of varying degrees of danger. But basically, the deeper you get into the meat dimension, the more dangerous the enemies become. As you can see, I just optimized Spine to have the best equipment possible, and she took some serious damage there. Moving throughout the meat dimension, you will find several oddities throughout the way. Like, if we go here, looks like a stairway through this hole. You can squeeze through. I can't go any further. It's too bright out there. Take care of yourself, Sam. Yes, if you leave the meat dimension, hello again. Where are we going this time? Spine will not be able to go out with you. But yes, there are various openings throughout the meat dimension that you can use to connect back to the main world. There are also several locked doors that can only be opened from the other side. Obviously, to get through the other side of these doors, you have to find the alternative entrances to the meat dimension. And we are going to do our best to try and find every single entrance to the meat dimension. Like I said, Spine is kind of a joke character as the current update of the game. She does not exactly have particularly good stats, so bit unfortunate that she does not have any unique or interesting traits to her, but at least she can use equipment. That is something that puts her a little bit over Audrey. So yeah, no doors that we can open. The only real path that we found is a way out of here. If we check out this path that I ignored previously, going into here... Huh. Interesting creature. Almost looks like some kind of organ. Keep that in mind for later. But yeah, there is not too much we can do in the meat dimension from the specific entrance into it. If you go into here, you will find not too much except an enemy who is probably too dangerous for us to defeat, just with Spine in tow. So we are going to leave things as they lie for right now. Back home. This is a fun little excursion, Sam. But yeah, if you want to have Spine in your party, just come here with Solo Sam, and you can try your best to make progress in the meat dimension. Though obviously, just from this entrance, you will not make it very far, so be mindful of that. Now, with that taken care of, one more thing that I'd like to address before we finish off this video. First off, we haven't seen Barrel's comment on if we suggest killing the visitor. Ha, sure. They just need a big gun. Good luck. Well, she seems to take that as just a joke. She at least does not harangue us too much about that. Now, what if we did actually try to kill the visitor? You're outside. You don't feel any different. Yes, I am going to do that every time we go to the roof. Now, I don't know if this is specific to being on a path of violence, or if it's because I haven't done something else, but we're actually not given a chance to interrogate or question the Exalted Four in my current playthrough, so I'm not sure if that's the cause, but we'll move on to the more interesting part anyway. Now, if you have suggested to attack or kill the visitor at every single opportunity, once it questions you about the offerings, you have a new option. Attack. I see no problem coming from this. Let's attack it! Are you sure you want to attack the visitor? Yes. Alright, visitor. You may be gargantuan. In fact, you may be bigger than all of the known universe, and even further beyond the known universe, but you have never actually faced down my jump attack. Check that out, 184 damage. Why are you doing this? Are you trying to hurt me? Yes, we are going to kill the visitor. I feel something new. I feel anger. I've never felt this before. I don't like it. I'm going to make you disappear. Yeah, big words. Look at the damage I'm dealing to you. 331. Come on, visitor. Is that really the best you can do? 184. You're not gonna make it out of this fight alive. Yeah, I've got you on the ropes. Just keep the jump attacks coming on. Sam, you've got this. You're going to be the savior of the world. You're going to be the one who slayed the visitor. The visitor uses annihilation and... Oh! Oh! Huh. You know, honestly, I don't know what I expected. Sam was defeated. Destroyed, even. And for getting killed by the visitor, you do, in fact, get an achievement. But that did not go very well. Huh. I wonder, what kind of options could we have against the visitor? We were by our lonesome. Maybe if I had my friends backing me up, it would be a bit more easier. Or at the very least, maybe with the support of my friends, I'd be empowered to use, I don't know, some kind of special move that would give us a leg up on the visitor. I'm gonna dwell on this, but I don't think it's impossible. I think we can succeed there. That's it for this video, though. As always, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Until then, though, goodbye.
I don't dispute the doubts you've outlined, no. But it's my right to waste your time.